Welcome to Adam's Den.
30 Days of Night. Man, what a movie. What a movie.
Boy, did I piss off the artist.
Really?
Yeah, the thing is, whenever I'm doing one of these videos, I will try to get in hold of people that worked in the production. I will try to talk to certain people. And sometimes I get a hold of them, sometimes I don't. And I can't very well contact everyone.
Of course.
And so, and sometimes I can't get a hold of anybody. So I just kind of do as best I can with archival stuff. I'll read old magazines. I'll watch old interviews. I'll put together the story that way. Well, in the case of 30 Days of Night, the information that I had, it was all about the director and the writer and everybody that kind of worked on it and put it together. And the artist who did the original book wrote me a really nasty email about how dare I not mention him in this video. He was instrumental in getting the movie made. He put money out of his own pocket into it. And I'm like, dude, I didn't leave you out on purpose. I'm like, I was just going off of the information that I had. I'm like, if you were involved, I'm sorry, but I got, all the information that I could. I did the best that I could. And I'm like, and you, aside from doing the art for the original series, you weren't mentioned. And I'm sorry. What can I do?
Jesus.
And I had since gotten contacted by people who had worked with him, because I think I wrote it on Twitter or something, and there were people that contacted me. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's a prima donna."
Yeah,
so like, don't listen to him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's quite a dickish move. I mean, he could have gone about it in many ways. One of them would have been the productive way, which is, hey, listen, I'm pretty sure you didn't know this, but here's a lot of information you didn't use in your video, and you might find it useful for a future video or not, or just for your, personal knowledge.
Oh, absolutely. That would have been much more, I would have said, oh, that's great. I honestly didn't know. And I would have been more willing to make another video and talk about his involvement. But you go and you act like a jerk. Well, guess what? You don't get a video.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, such a dickish move. And I was going to say something that's not really true. I was going to say it kind of hurts my appreciation for the movie, but nah, it doesn't. The movie is fantastic on its own. And when I saw it, I couldn't even believe it, because vampires are vampires and werewolves, I have a fascination for both of these mythological creatures. And they're very rarely done well on screen, in my opinion. One of my favorite all-time movies, I understand that this is a contentious issue, but I have reasons for this, is The Interview with a Vampire. I think is one of the best renditions of vampires in film. And again, 30 Days of Night. A complete different spectrum, but man, so awe-inspiring.
Well, I think that vampires are one of those creatures that can be done so many different ways. You can have something really gritty, and they like 30 Days a Night, where they are just machines for death. They are vicious and brutal, and they are monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have something like Interview with the Vampire, where they're aristocrats. And they are, they're still monsters, but they have like a hierarchy, and it's all very artistic, and it's very, they're very like old school with the powdered wigs kind of thing. Like there's so many. And then you have something like Daybreakers again, where they are just vicious monsters. And there's so many different ways that you can come at the vampire mythos. Even Twilight, which I don't particularly care for, but it was just a different angle on vampires and werewolves. Now, sadly, we kind of wussied vampires and werewolves there for a while, but that happens every now and then. You'll get the romantic-y version of something, and everybody tries to copy that version because it ends up being insanely successful. So I don't particularly fault that. But I don't think that I have a lot of people that are like, oh, Twilight ruined vampires. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that all the Hammer films ceased to exist Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was also a fan when the first, even though it's not my cup of tea, I thought it was a really good take. When Underworld came out, I thought it was a good take on vampires and werewolves, even though the CGI didn't really stand the test of time, but I think it was a cool take on it as well. And speaking
I think
of
the Underworld
sorry,
series is, no, I was just going to say the Underworld series, I think is really slick. I love the notion that they did. They have vampire, basically cleaners who go and it's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kate Beckinsale is just awesome. I think it's a really fun series, and I have enjoyed them very much.
Listen to the entire podcast for free on YouTube or Spotify, and also a bunch of other places. Check the links below, pick your favorite, and boom, you're done. Also, please subscribe to the channel and smack a like if you're enjoying it so far. And why not join the conversation in the comments section below? Do it. I